Alright guys, it's been quite some time since I've made a video. I have so many recipes to share and so little time to create them. Remember, I'm not a cook. I'm just gluten-free, dairy-free, and trying to share these recipes with anyone who may be gluten-free and dairy-free, and certainly with the MS community. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more regular on these videos. Right now, I am making Maryland crab cakes, gluten-free, dairy-free, very little filler. These things are delicious. I have people coming over for dinner tonight, and this is my specialty. So hang tight, I'm going to show you exactly what I do. For this recipe, I am using 1 pound of jumbo lump crab meat. There's a big difference between lump and jumbo lump. Jumbo lump is very expensive. You can get lump at Costco and it's about half the price. So whatever you choose, usually when I make a lot, I combine jumbo lump, and it tastes just fine. This time it is only jumbo lump. So I'm using 1 pound of crab meat, 3 eggs, and a full lemon to get started. I squeeze the lemon in a different bowl so I can get all lemon pits out. Again, it is only showing a half a lemon here, but I will use a full lemon. Once I combine the eggs, olive oil, and lemon juice, I add 1 teaspoon of Grey Poupon. That's optional. I think it gives the crabs a good flavor. I also add 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, about a teaspoon and a half of Old Bay, and a teaspoon and a half of Italian seasoning. I also add about a half teaspoon of baking powder. I will also add a green pepper, a red, and a yellow pepper, as well as half of a jalapeno, some very fresh chopped up parsley, and scallions. This is what it looks like when it's all chopped up, and it smells incredible. I empty all of the jumbo lump crab into a strainer and I let it strain. I do not wash it off, and you shouldn't. Once you try and wash it off, it's going to break down the crab, and in a nice crab cake you want it to stay as lumpy as possible. I put all of the crabs in a very large bowl. The reason I use a large bowl is when I'm mixing everything together, I want to be very gentle, not to break up the big pieces of lump crab. So the next thing I'll do, that egg, olive oil, and lemon mixture, I'm going to whisk together. I will pour it on top, and then I will add the vegetables and about 1 cup of gluten-free panko. This is what the crab cake mixture looks like before I shape it into patties. As you can see, it's mostly lump crab, very little filler. These are what the crab cakes look like when they're all finished. And what I do is I'll put them in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours before I put them in the oven. Again, I like them in a cast iron skillet, but there's too many for me to cook this way. So I'll put them in the oven. What I do is I spray them on top with a little bit of Pam. I told you I already heat up the cookie sheet, and I spray that cookie sheet with Pam. So everything goes onto a hot sheet. They're in the oven at 450, pretty much about 8 minutes per side. But again, that depends on your oven. They're going to be fantastic. These crab cakes will be served with Mexican street corn, recipe to follow, and you can't have crab cakes without beer. Now, I've told you many times I'm gluten-free and dairy-free. These are 2 great gluten-free beers. I often go places, I ask if they have gluten-free beers, and they look at me like I have a third eye. But they do make gluten-free beers. Here are 2 of my favorites. You can find them at most liquor stores. All right, hope you try this recipe. Hope you love it. I will try and post the recipe below this video.